In 1985, visionary director Curtis Stevens and producer Jane Hamilton, continuing their bold legacy at VCA Pictures in Los Angeles, set out to extend one of the most talked about series in mature cinema with a daring new installment. Building on the narrative foundations laid by earlier entries, they aim to move beyond the short-form loops that still lingered in the industry, weaving emotionally charged themes into a sprawling family-style drama enhanced by lush lighting, experimental visual motifs, and a feature-length runtime that mirrored the emotional complexity of mainstream television sagas. Inspired by the serialized triumphs of genre predecessors and the burgeoning home video revolution, Taboo IV, the younger generation emerged as a pivotal 1985 release, shifting focus to a fresh group of characters while nodding to past chapters, and solidifying its place as a cornerstone artifact of the Golden Age. Even today, it sparks lively discussion among enthusiasts for its bold character dynamics, stylistic polish, and influence on how adult-themed storytelling evolved toward deeper, more relatable family explorations. Stevens and Hamilton, fresh from the trilogy's successes, envisioned Taboo IV as a bridge to new horizons, prioritizing cinematic depth with deliberate pacing, synth-infused scores, and production values that evoked the glossy allure of 1980s primetime dramas. Unlike the era's rushed productions, this film called for a powerhouse ensemble capable of exploring complex emotional arcs. Leading the charge was Ginger Lynn, a 23-year-old rising star whose balance of vulnerability and confidence made her the ideal centerpiece as a young woman caught in familial cross-currents. Discovered during VCA's talent search, Lynn impressed Stevens with her natural screen chemistry, securing her role with a forward-thinking contract, a $35,000 upfront sum plus 2% of the gross, a deal that eclipsed many contemporaries and reflected the video era boom. By 1987, with the film surpassing $12 million in earnings, her success cemented her reputation as one of the era's defining talents. Filmed over 4 weeks in sun-kissed Los Angeles suburbs and studio sets on 35mm film, Taboo IV marked a visual evolution with warm lighting and fluid camera work that heightened each emotional beat. Key sequences leaned on extended visual storytelling with sparse dialogue, evoking the introspective tone of avant-garde works like Blue Velvet, while diverging from conventional pacing. The thematic layers unfolded gradually, creating a slow-burn atmosphere that immersed viewers in character psychology before tensions rose. The narrative, written by Helene Terrell under her signature pseudonym, drew from the series' earlier emotional roots while venturing into new generational territory. Stevens guided production through an open-ended outline that encouraged improvisation, producing authentic performances and organic exchanges. At its core, the story follows Dr. Jeremy Lodge, Jamie Gillis, a renowned psychologist who moderates a support circle for people struggling with family conflict. His sessions reveal unresolved emotions and haunting memories from earlier chapters, blending nostalgia with fresh drama. As Jeremy faces turmoil within his own household, strained relationships and hidden tensions, his daughters, especially the introspective Robin, Ginger, Lynn, navigate their own awakenings and struggles against expectation. Interwoven subplots follow Robin's involvement in a theater group, where budding rivalries and revelations unfold in ways that explore guilt, redemption, and self-understanding. It's a tapestry of psychological interplay, best experienced through its visual and tonal atmosphere. The cast assembled a constellation of Golden Age luminaries, blending veterans with energetic newcomers for authentic synergy. Ginger Lynn's Robin radiated emotional depth, earning praise for her layered performance. Jamie Gillis anchored the film as Dr. Lodge, lending gravitas to the therapy scenes. Honey Wilder returned for cameo appearances linking to earlier chapters, while Karen Summer brought poignancy to her role as a family member in turmoil. Supporting highlights included Tom Byron, Lois Ayres, and Samantha Strong, each adding distinctive energy to the ensemble. Ron Jeremy made a brief, humorous appearance, offering a moment of levity. Exteriors showcased the palm-lined neighborhoods of LA, while interiors featured custom-built sets like the therapy office and stage spaces, capturing the suburban sophistication of the decade. Behind the scenes, Stevens and Hamilton fostered a tight-knit creative environment, working closely with their cinematographers and editors to achieve a dreamlike tone. Stevens experimented with innovative lenses and lighting to build a hypnotic, confessional style, while the soundtrack blended upbeat theater rehearsal tunes with brooding synth waves that encapsulated the 1980s mood. One critic called it infectiously memorable. Produced on a budget under $150,000, the film delivered crisp visuals and immersive sound design, though early VHS prints suffered color fades, later corrected in remastered editions. Released in late 1985, Taboo IV marked the series' final theatrical outing before the full shift to home video. Marketing centered on its younger generation theme, spotlighting Lynn's breakout appeal and the franchise's renewed emotional focus. On modest costs, it earned strong box office returns, capping a major phase in the franchise's history. Within fan communities, IMDb lists it around 6.0 out of 10, with praise for its script, dramatic tone, and high production quality. Letterboxd users highlight its soap opera-style drama, vivid 1980s soundtrack, and beautiful cinematography, though some note the slower pacing. For many, Taboo IV represents a creative crossroads, a bridge between the theatrical golden age and the emerging video era. It expanded the series' emotional scope, emphasized character-driven storytelling, and helped transition adult-themed narratives toward more introspective, character-focused filmmaking. Ginger Lynn's performance propelled her to stardom, leading to later mainstream ventures, while the 2022 4K restoration introduced the film to new audiences through cleaned visuals and thoughtful commentary. Layered with psychological nuance, surreal imagery, and that unmistakable synth-pop pulse, Taboo IV affirmed that even boundary-testing stories could aspire to artistic resonance. Daring, multifaceted, and profoundly reflective, it remains an emblem of the Golden Age's most ambitious cinematic experiments.